Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Hey, GutBox here. So, I did a video on the gameplay changes needed. This video is going to be on things I want to see changed in Ultimate Team mode specifically, because there are some major issues, and we cannot talk about Ultimate Team game mode without first getting into the menus, especially playing like MLB The Show and how crispy fast those are. Now, PlayStation menus are faster than Xbox menus, to be fair. That's where like the real pain is, but PlayStation menus get bad a lot of times. And then I feel like there's a memory leak, right? I feel like after playing too much of MUT, pulling too many packs, doing whatever, something happens to the game where it gets really slow, and you have to like basically restart the entire game over. And you have to, if you play the game a lot in a day and MUT and pulling packs, doing sets and stuff, you have to restart it like 5 times a day. So there's something going on, and there's some problem with MUT right now. You see in the corner, it's like always saving, right? At the bottom right corner of your screen, it just consistently goes saving profile Madden. I don't know what that means. I don't know why it's always going like that. Is that like just saying that it's always saving? I don't know, but there's a bad memory leak or something. It's so bad, it's so terrible. They gotta fix that, like, you know, just basic maintenance for their game, okay? And I think like the biggest additions I want to see, right? They added practice mode for MUT, which I think was a big W, and obviously people, you know, have their different opinions on it, but practice mode right here, huge. It makes actually like, you know, testing out your players, testing out the abilities, that stuff so much easier. I like that we can go difficulty, practice type, game style. I know they said that like we couldn't have 2 players in it, but we figured out a loophole to that and we're able to get 2 controllers in it, so it ended up being a great addition to the game. The other 2 things I want, above all else, right, additions, I want somewhere on here, probably on like the My Team page right here, Adjust Lineup or whatever, I want some way, just like franchise, of saving custom substitutions. So that way I can put whoever I want on my kickoff team. I can put whatever I want on my, you know, my trips tight end, have a different wide receiver order than like my gun doubles and stuff like that. So like I want some sort of formation subs, the ability to do that just like franchise mode. I have no idea why MUT doesn't have that so far somewhere. It seems so lazy and so long ago that it should have been in the game. I'm surprised it hasn't. It needs to be in 24 in my opinion. The other thing is custom audibles. Please save them game to game. Give us like a custom audible screen here too, to allow us to basically say, all right, in this formation I want to have these audibles, this formation here, that. And I think that's something that needs to be in the game next year too, for MUT. Again, long overdue. Ever since they added the custom audible feature into Madden, was like 4 years ago, this should have been next up on the priority list. I don't know why it's not in the game yet. It seems such a slam dunk addition. All right, so let's move on. Abilities. We haven't seen major ability overhaul in a while. Like the biggest thing we're seeing right here is like with Ken Stabler, we're getting X factors as always on. Same thing with Vanguard. Vanguard is stupid overpowered. It's dumb. I personally don't like these things being so overpowered. That's why Madden 20 was such a disaster, because Eric Dickerson, Randy Moss's X factors always on. I get it late in the year, they need to provide us some juice and stuff, but the X factor's always on, or X factors starting activated. I don't like it for the game. I'm okay with like a card has it and then gets outdated with like speed and stuff, but now that we have guys with always on X factors that are like the best receiving players in the entire game, the best, like, you know, everything, right? Perfect speed. I think it just makes bad gameplay. But I get it. That's fine for like golden ticket time to go crazy on that stuff, but it is entering the end game, so maybe I should be a little bit more flexible with that. It just makes the game a little bit worse to play overall. But at least this year we do have counters, because we can get abilities on so many different players. We can add secure tacklers on our squad, which I have at both my user spots. I'm usering both Woodson and Fitzpatrick. So as long as abilities have counters and the counters aren't too expensive for the abilities, I'm okay with it. So with abilities, but my biggest thing is like, maybe like obviously people want to go to like ability list Madden, and EA would never do that. They want to make their superstars play like superstars, even though if everybody has an ability, are they really superstars? I think maybe some new abilities would work, right? The fact that we need short out, which is on my 2 outside receivers, right? The fact that we need short out to beat man press says something to me. We should just have an ability that beats press. And I've had videos in the past of going over different abilities we need, so I'm not going to go into too deep of what abilities we need to add. We can just go watch that video right there. And so I think abilities need to do them. Maybe vault a couple abilities during the year and then bring them back. You can make abilities like guns in Fortnite. You can do stuff like that to make and change up the meta more often. I think the changes to ability are the best ways of changing the ability overall. The problem is some of these abilities are now built in and cheaper on certain cards. Vaulting an ability might be a little much for EA specifically. Okay, next up. As far as head-to-head seasons, right? The change to MUT champions has either been very popular or very unpopular. I'm getting DCs now online, so fixed DCs still. All Madden seasons needs to be your competitive game mode. The fact that there are no leaderboards for all Madden seasons like there are for regular seasons is a disgrace. All Madden seasons should be your comp mode. There should be ELO scores. There should be a leaderboard, and the leaderboard needs to be based off that hidden ELO, or people don't know what ELO is. It's basically your rank, right? Your MMR, your matchmaking rating. That's what it needs to be, and that's the need of the show. And then, like, say if you have a tournament, you can just take the top 64, top 128, whatever you want from all Madden seasons leaderboard, and then boom, populate your tournament like that. So it's like an always grinding and then just reset the leaderboard every tournament. And then you can kind of get that like consistent through the year grind for people that they want. And they don't have to fit it all into a weekend. They don't have to miss NFL football stuff and all those big complaints. So do something like that to satisfy the comp side of your game. I know there's not a lot of them. There's like 200 people total that like it. But like they're very loud. They got, Twitter accounts because they're super dedicated to the game. And so they get a lot of feedback. So make all Madden seasons. It is your comp mode, just completely and devote to it. So leaderboard, MMR, and an actual ranking based off that MMR. And then make sure there's obviously like, MMR decay, ELO decay. So you can't just like go 8-0 and then be number one on the leaderboard forever. Make people have to keep playing to maintain their status as number one. All right. I think everything else can stay the same as far as head-to-head as long as you have that comp pass, in my opinion. I do like what they've done it seems like more of an accident with the comp pass. I do like the fact that this mid reward, this 91 is now good. Right now it's a comp pass B&D fantasy pack, so up to like a 97. So like the mid reward so like right now the highest overall in the game is 99. We'll just say it's 98, okay? Because that's what our Ultimate Legends came out at. 99 was kind of like a special promo. So the comp pass reward, right? The 200 level comp pass reward needs to be tied with the highest overall. This 97 should have been a 98 overall, and there's no excuse for it not to be. And then this one right here, I think this is a good one, right? Like whatever they do, this should be like a 97, right? One overall less than it. They can do like, old players, like maybe it's a 97 choice pack. That's a good thing. I like that. They don't really need to change much else with it except for give us that mid reward and that top reward that are something worth chasing after and make us want to play their game and grind their game out every other week. All right, moving on. As far as seasons, there's some minor tweaks you can add, but nothing I want to really mention. Seasons was fine as far as the XP grind. There were some glitches here, but the overall season's been fine. I don't really want to go into it too much. You can tweak some stuff, like I said, but all right. Promos have been kind of stale. I do like the fact that they brought in something new into the game with the let's just filter for it. I think it's at the bottom, right? The game changers a nice, cool one. NFL, the greatest hits, right? Why do they keep the Ring of Honor here? Name slipped my mind there for a second. I liked it. I like that they're bringing in something new. I like that they're doing something different. Ring of Honor was very cool, bringing in some guys. So we might get this like every year around this time. It looks like they're inducting like maybe 5 guys more every year. I think that's a nice change up. Do more of that. Do more of changing up actual promos. So like every single promo is just sets within sets now, right? It seems like they got what they want to do, and that's all they do. Like, please innovate a little bit more on different promos instead of just doing sets within sets as everything. Obviously, we want more. I think you've been very cruel lately, ever since the TVP glitch, and even before that. You've been very cruel on reroll odds. That's not something that needs to be so bad. Please don't make these so bad going forward. Please increase these rolls and the opportunity that we can get high cards and a good ratio of payout on these rolls. Thank you very much. Packs, obviously, you always want them high, but the fact that, like, some of these packs, right? Some of these packs offer, like, a 2% chance at getting, like, a high, not Ultimate Legend Fantasy Pack, but, like, I want to see one that has, like, the high card in the bundle. Like, because 40% is, like, for lower overall. Like, one of these ones at, like, 96 plus. Where's maybe a topper? Yeah, 96 plus. Let's take a look at this one. Like, okay. So it says 96 plus. Stop making the odds on the plus so bad, right? 3.9% chance for a 98. That's disgusting, right? Give us a reason to be excited about this pack that we can potentially have a chance at pulling a 98. Don't make these things, don't make limiteds so astronomically rare that it makes it awful. So like limiteds and TVP, okay, they drop down in price. Limiteds and regular packs, as rare as they've ever been. It's so disgusting. So when TVPs are gone, limiteds are like millions and millions of coins because they're impossible to pull, even though they're like sometimes mid cards. So please up the odds on the top end part of these packs, part of these cards. Maybe add a little bit more innovation into MUT itself. Maybe a new game mode, not necessarily like on the field game mode because everything is on the field, right? Maybe something to do with our binder to have a little bit of fun, right? Like just off the top of my head, like a simple stupid game like 21, right? Like, but with card overalls. So like you and your opponent get a deck, and then you try and like you know, you can create your own deck out of your binder with like 60 overalls, and you try to get to like 210 or 2010 by adding up different cards and overalls and stuff. I don't know, something simple. That's a dumb game. I've said for years that like there should be something. You know that old vibrating football game? Like, back when we had loading menus, I was like, they should be a loading menu for, like, the vibrating football game to help you, like, you know, just have fun so that way you can do something while it happens. Maybe there could be a reward structure around that old vibrating football game where, like, you know, the further you go after a game or a solo, the better reward you get. Something like that. Just like some random RNG. Kind of like how NBA 2K has their, like, a Plinko system. That could be your type of Plinko system right there. Going back more to the serious discussions around things already in the game and more tweaking them, I think there could be better, more in-depth chemistries, right? You could even like you could go to like college camps. You can do so many things. You could go to like remember like 17 before there was like 3-4 versus 4-3. More built-in chemistries. Like right now, the only built-in chemistries we have in guys are theme teams. And I think it can be expanded on, and I think it could be added to in addition to theme teams, so that way you can have like theme team here plus like a 4-3 chemistry or nickel or whatever it is to add more boosts to it. Obviously, I don't want you to go crazy on the speed boosts. Speed boosts alone should be just reserved for theme teams, but like you could go like more in depth there. And then on top of that, like I really like the way MLB The Show does their parallel system. You could add something like, you know, but go more in depth. Instead of just adding +1s across the board to every attribute when you parallel, maybe offer a chemistry tree like an MMO. And I really like, you know, Madden Ultimate Team is basically an MMO. Have like the chemistries allow you to pick like a tree, kind of like franchise. You know, they have that with coordinators. And so you can go down one path of a tree depending on how many yards you get, how many sacks you get with Lawrence Taylor. And then you could like say add more break tackle, add more for defense, zone coverage, man coverage, catching, that kind of thing to add on to it. Like the more things you get. And I think that should probably be exclusive to like online, since offline has exclusive rewards. I think online should be exclusive for the yards that you get for cards just to max them out. So that way there's balance. That way it forces people to play online just like it forces online people to play offline to get a lot of the cards that we want to get. So that way there's a little bit more balance. Like, hey, screw you offline. But yeah, I don't like the offline guy because you can just go into a rookie level solo battle and throw over and over, and then it's basically useless. You can just knock it out in one game to get all of their stat bonuses, which I think is pretty awful in my opinion as far as what you want people grinding for. Okay, so I think the strat item creation right now is leaving a lot to be desired, right? Like if you look at like some other games, say Diablo, I haven't played Diablo 4, but like if you go through them and you look through how to create stat items, let's go to, actually I think I want to go to quality, no, type, strategy, okay? So, what am I missing, dude? That's not what I wanted. Anyways, how you create strat items is just like, you know, there's only a set few number of them, okay? You create an epic strategy item. There's only a few of them. I think what they should do is allow us, like, there should just be like a set to create a strat item, and then it randomly gives you everything, but like it could be a random number at every single strat item. So you can, so like it makes it like, so like a legendary strat item could have really cool boosts, right? Like make it like harder, but make them more rare and more powerful on the top end. So like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but make it so that way when you pull a strat item, it's not just a set number of them, right? Make it like unlimited almost. Like any combination can happen between the certain boost that you have, and the boost can be anywhere from +1 to like +6. But like you get like +6 block shed, +6 throw power. It's like, oh, those are offense and defense. Well, that's not really gonna work that well when I put in my offensive item spot. So like, and then like, so like legendary strat items, so that way the ones that are super rare would be super valuable, because like you can get like throw power plus break tackle plus pass block, something like that, all on the offensive side. So that way it's like a super great item, strat item, instead of like our current system, which is just like a set number of them upgraded. I like the secondary bonuses built into them. Do more with that, so, and allow us to match them on both offense and defense and that kind of thing. For the, like you know how we got like bull rush, we can then make get extra finesse move by matching up 2 items of the same background here. Like see, I know legendary you don't have to because they're 2, but make the secondary item matter more, maybe even tertiary right there. But more depth with strat items would be nice as far as adding depth to the game. I like theme teams. I just wish there weren't as many cards that go on every theme team. And I get late in the year with the free agency promo, they kind of blow it out. Most of the year that wasn't the case, except for like the season rewards like Gronk and everything. But like, maybe go back to more powerful theme team boosts, but then you have to run like a silver guard or something, right? So it's not as easy to fill out the bad spots, but your big cards are actually boosted to make it worth it. It's more of a stars and scrubs type of theme. So instead of going with like, you know, you can just basically go 50-50 with a bunch of substitutions, and you only get like +2s across the board. Give it like +5s to a lot of stats, but give us almost no great every single theme team card. Legends theme team should just go away. That shouldn't be in the game next year, please. I kind of like more ways to gamble, right? Like we have rerolls, but give us back like coin packs that we could get out of sets, like more opportunities to do things, but like make them fun, right? Like a lot of these sets that are like 86 plus are just absolute ripoffs. They're just so terrible. Let me find out an 86 plus set. Let's just do it like last promo. I think Ring of Honor maybe had one. Make them better as far as odds, right? 91 plus. These things are terrible. These are the worst things in the history of the world. So yeah, more ways to gamble and more different ways of converting over training into new things is kind of cool. I in my opinion, I know a lot of people don't like that. Maybe put packs and packs again. That was cool. Madden did packs and packs. Like you open a pack, then boom, there's another pack. That was cool. That was in Madden. They had the technology like 10 years ago, right? I remember MUT 15, 16 was there. I want numbered cards in packs. I really liked like out of 100, like a limited, like there's only 100 of these in packs. That was kind of cool as far as cards. Instead of just like unlimited amount of limited cards, give us only 100 and then take them out of packs. That was kind of neat. Bring back that. I guess I should have talked about this before with my upgradable cards as far as getting stats. Along the same lines, upgrade like through like milestones the art on the cards, right? It, like, you know, I've been playing a little bit of Marvel Snap, and it's not a bad idea. Like Stabler, say Stabler throws for 1,000 yards, then he has like a frame break, and then all of a sudden his picture goes outside the frame. And I don't know if you can do that in this. And then next is like 3D where it kind of pops and you can like rotate. And then after that it's like animated. There's some sparkles. There's a whole lot of things you can add to it. So I don't know how much effort that is, because you come out with a lot more cards than Marvel Snap in this game. But like maybe some way of showing on the card how much you've actually used the card for. Again, make it online only, because offline just leads it to be, you know, just throw it in solo battles on rookie, or, you know, solos on rookie over and over. Throw that stuff, because that's how we did it in for XP. So it's, I guess, for maybe for card art, because it's useless, even though I think it's kind of cool to show off. you can maybe make it offline available, because that will allow people to have fun offline with it. But I think the boost should stay online only as far as actual stat boosts, if you're going to do that. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry for rambling for 20 minutes. Bye.